Welcome to our presentation for the 2023 APRU Case Challenge. We are Team Synergy from the University of Health Sciences in Cambodia. And first of all, we're going to talk about our contents. And our topic today is about reaching urban migrant communities. And the first thing we're going to be talking about is the introduction. And that's for everyone to get the gist of what we're trying to solve and to make sure everyone understand the general problem. Secondly, we're going to be addressing the issues that these people might face. Thirdly, our planning, which will which will be used to help combat these issues. Fourth, our budget, which will be according to our plans. Last and finally, our expectations after everything. And first of all, for our introduction, currently there are many people who are displaced throughout the world, and it might be a result of unnecessary war, economic crisis, natural disaster, and other problems. And these people who are displaced from their country of origins are called refugees. And the number of these people are expected to rise in the near future. And secondly, we're going to be talking about the issues that these people might face when they migrate to a new community. And once they migrate to a new community or a new country, the first thing they might face is racism and or cultural backlash or discrimination. And they might also have financial issues, shelter issues, healthcare issues. They might, as refugees from war, they might miss some of their family members, and so that is also a concerning problem. Another problem is the disruptive behavior, which might be caused. Basically, I'm trying to talk about some of the migrants who move to a new country to do illegal activities, and that is also a problem that might disrupt the locals, and hence the problem occurs once they do something bad and it affects the locals, and the locals will try to discriminate about their about and the locals will try to uh, discriminate others based on a few people mischievous actions. And planning, we could establish a club or foundation to abolish racism or discrimination and help these people who are in need for help. And by this, I mean the school or the governments could ask for volunteers from the locals and or local students or university students to join forces to help spread awareness and to say no to racism and discrimination for other people. And we could also make a seminar or open classes to help teach these migrants about our native language and to help them adjust to to their new surroundings. And we should also allow these people to be enrolled in schools and offer scholarships to help them get a higher education. And to help combat their financial issues, we could offer jobs to help them, offer incentive such as monthly income to make sure that they are able to get all of their daily needs, and secondly, let them have their own their own bank account. And another thing we're going to be talking about the shelter issues. We could make a small building just for refugees so that they can have a house in order to continue with their daily activities. And for family members who are missing as a result of war, or as a result for family members who are missing as a result of wars, they could ask for help from the police and the governments to help track and find them. And if they have a relative living in the country that they are migrating to, they could live with their families, and family member living in that country that they are delegating to, they could be eligible for citizenship after a period of time. And for disruptive behavior, which might be caused by a few people, we sometimes people who move to a new country just to do illegal activities such as selling drugs, human trafficking, and other bad stuff. And these people need to be caught and found out by the police, and they should be thrown in jail or be deported back to their country. So we have to strengthen the police force to have make sure that these people are not being disruptive and are not selling bad things to our kids and children. And uh, and for the healthcare issues, we're gonna make sure that there are a local translator in the hospital to help these people, provide discounts, or the government help pay for the medical bills for these people as well, provide monthly checkup about their health, and encourage refugees to learn medical majors at their school so they could help their own people. And another thing is to make another open seminar to make sure they understand basic health hygiene. So for budgeting and for this challenge, we have been given a budget of $200,000. So we're going to be taking the majority of the money and putting it in healthcare, which accounts to $80,000, because because these people deserve to have a good healthcare, and they need to know that the government is there to look after them in case they fall sick or something. And also the next thing is for the police or the security department, because they need to be ensured that the government is looking after them and the country is a safe place for them to live. And for the shelter, we have to make sure that these people has a place to live, and so they could continue their daily lives after they move to a new country. And we need for school and salary to have the same amount, which is $20,000, because we think people could get basic salaries for a few cases, and the school should deserve some money because they help to establish clubs as well. And the campaigns or the open seminar should be around $5,000 to help them adjust to their new surrounding and help teach them about new things as well about their communities. And our expectations is that we hope that racism and discrimination among people will decline a little bit, and we expect that students and volunteers and activists would help join forces with us to help combat these issues. We hope that refugees will find it easier to adjust to their new environment and make sure that they have a better life and living condition compared to the old one. Make sure they have safety and feel reassured about where they're living right now. We want them to make sure that they have a better health care and deserve medical treatment, a better medical treatment, and they have equal rights as well. And the most important thing of all that we hope is that locals and students and elders and governments are able to cooperate with them as well. And thank you for listening to our presentation.